I know we've been doing these talks outside. I promise we're gonna get back in the studio. I've been on the computer for a long time, going to work, and it's been just a complete hassle in terms of trying to do the YouTube. So we're gonna get back to that schedule. Just give me about a week and a half, and we'll be finally back to those days. I wanted to make this video and just kind of update you guys on what's happening. And I think there's some important things that we need to discuss that we really haven't touched on a lot in this channel. It's the future outlook of artificial intelligence. So, you know, is the White House extremely scared right now regarding jobs that could potentially be replaced because of companies being able to become 30% more proficient, to even more, I would say, and lay off knowledge-based workers, of course? And does that go against kind of, I don't want to get political here, but I just recently basically watched the All In podcast, and they say this extremely clear regarding, the way the White House views AI. And the way they view it is they see it as, we need to go ahead and clamp this down right now. We need to go ahead and essentially stop this, and just like how we were late on stopping Facebook, and now it's too late. The cat's out of the bag. We need to go ahead and stop AI. The problem with this is if you go to GitHub and if you go to a lot of these places, there's a lot of open source material to where you could theoretically train your model. And as technology becomes deflationary, these types of techs are going to be easier to access. Now, I don't want to be too much on the tangent, but they hired Kamala Harris VP to run the AI initiative. I think that was hilarious. I don't think personally, based off of her metrics, she's qualified for that. I would imagine someone who's a PhD in AI, but I digress. So why am I talking about Palantir? Why am I talking about Clover? And there's potentially other stocks out there. If you haven't realized, Palantir basically recently reported that they're going to become profitable about all 4 quarters this year. And as you know from an intrinsic value calculation, when we want to do it, you could essentially take 5 to 15% of future free cash flows from the revenue and do an intrinsic value going 10 years into the future and discounting back at a 10 to 15% discount rate. And what's happening right now is, since now they're becoming profitable, it's very clear that the business has been solidified, okay? AI, and there's an article that I just read that I put on the stock terminal, it's going to grow the GDP of the United States, I believe, anywhere between 15 to 16 trillion dollars in terms of the efficiencies that artificial intelligence is going to create. Now, how much of that can you, someone who's watching this video, be able to take from that growth by investing today's dollars for the prospects of what future artificial intelligence and machine learning and deep learning and comprehensive conscious AI in the future is going to bring? Now, why did I say it on those orders? Well, because artificial intelligence is so if you go deeper in AI, there's something called machine learning. And if you go deeper in machine learning, there's something called deep learning. And within that, there's this consciousness that we don't know yet, because we haven't even truly defined what consciousness is from a human perspective, let alone what a computer can do. So for all the people that are scared about their jobs in the future, scared about the future prospects, listen, I highly recommend, for all the knowledge-based workers that are out there, that if you haven't done so, I highly recommend that you get into learning Python, learn how to code, learn how to do these things. And there's a master's degree at Austin, Texas, that's ranked 8th in the world, right? It's known for AI. And it's interesting because they're the ones that just released a neuroscience paper from Nature Neuroscience that converted your brain thoughts, your brain waves into a text. So essentially reading your mind. They have a master's program for $10,000 in AI or computer science, which one you prefer. I highly recommend you take a look at that for people that are interested. I just want to bring it to your attention because, it's like Johns Hopkins. I know a couple of neurosurgeons from there. They're charging $60,000, and I'm just like, what the hell? So it's name brand. Austin, Texas is well known. So I wanted to bring that out to your attention. If you want to learn how to do AI and learn how to create the future products of tomorrow today. It's a lot easier now to do, and the capital needed to create these types of components doesn't take a lot. So just wanted to kind of give you the prospects here. Why AI is important? Well, there's different types of there's different types of learning, right? There's supervised learning and unsupervised learning. And the idea and the goal would be to create a platform that can do something called unsupervised learning. And that's the thing what Palantir is. Palantir, think of it as Home Depot. Home Depot does not build homes. It gives you the tools necessary to basically give you the ingredients to build a home. Think of Palantir as even one-up Home Depot. They not only have the ingredients to build you a home, they go ahead and if you hire them, they will personalize and create a software that will meld within your hardware to basically generate you success that you have not seen. And it's just interesting because software now is the new hardware, okay? And we're already starting to see the influence of people going, Kathy Wood sold out of Palantir and then she just bought back in. These are all, it's a sign that she obviously realizes that, oh no, the cat's out of the bag. It's about to become profitable. I need to basically step up right now. If not, the stock is going to go up. And the thing is, Clover Health is on that pathway. Now, based off of their financials, they just recently had a talk between the Bank of America. It's very clear that they're not going to become profitable this year. Profitability is not going to come this year. But in 2024, if Clover Health can do that, their business model gets solidified, and everyone on Wall Street is going to be like, what? What is this thing? And they're going to invest. So there's that. So I just wanted to give you kind of the future prospects of essentially what AI can do for you, not only in your investment journey, but also what it's going to be doing for the healthcare field, which I am a part of. I'm highly interested in academic research and more specifically, how can AI be able to shape our understanding and understanding the neurocognitive side of science and really be able to connect the human brain and the machine and connect that, especially for patients that have ALS that can't use their voice to speak. They can use an AI to help them speak. There's so much things that can happen in the growth of this. It is really incredible. And this is the first time in history where you essentially get a Wall Street people wanting to dive through and invest money in AI while the creators of AI are saying, wait, let's pause this. It's quite really marvelous to see. Warren Buffett, who's not really a tech guy, says AI is equivalent to the atomic bomb in terms of, I personally don't see atomic bombs curing, cancer. I see AI is, but it shows you how this could go wrong. But for people that are following this channel, congrats to you. And I would like to thank you because we've been talking about AI and we've been really precisely hitting Clover because it's AI touch base. I'm going to leave you with this, and this is not an analysis video. This is not doing numbers because we always do numbers. We're going to do numbers when I got back online on the studio. But what's interesting here, ladies and gentlemen, is that future companies now, it's either you have a database and an AI or you don't. and the ones that don't are going to be wiped out of existence. I have a couple of engineers that are working at I can't say the name because they work at a top 500 oil and gas company. And what they're doing right now is they are integrating AI and trying to bring in Chat GPT and integrate their own LMN models to basically search and have vision, just like how Teslas can basically see the road. They're trying to create vision where an AI is able to parcelate and find where to dig for oil. That is incredible. So the use case applications of this, ladies and gentlemen, is far reaching. And the one industry that has not been touched by AI and that has so much regulatory basis is healthcare. And if you go to a doctor, if I go to a hospital and I show them this AI and all this, they're not going to listen. But if you have an insurance company, and this is what Vivek was trying to explain to everybody, if you have an insurance company, you can use this insurance company as a virus. Now, for all my scientists out there, think of it as an adenovirus. You know how when you have a little virus, take off the the DNA of the virus and inject the gene that you want. You put the gene in there and you spread it in the body. That's exactly what they're doing. They're literally using a virus as a target vector, the insurance side, to just disseminate and be able to spread and collect that data, while obviously giving value to physicians. So this is a very interesting development on how the world has awakened and realized the impacts of AI. And once the Federal Reserve drops interest rates anywhere between 20 to 40 months, who knows, right, when they're going to drop. But once they do, money, speculative money also, is going to come back online, guys. And it is going to just basically drop hard on any stock that shows a sign of life and a sign that it has an AI integral. The only thing that I want to say with Clover is they talk about machine learning, and the caveats to machine learning is that if you keep feeding it information, there's a plateau, versus if you do deep learning has no plateau. It continuously gets better and better and better. So hopefully they're creating some form of a deep neural network, which I believe is better than machine learning, right? And we'll talk about what this means, and I'll give you from an academic perspective and someone who's actually doing academic research in AI, I can share with you kind of my understanding to help you, which will guide you also in your investment journey, so you can parcelate. And when you talk to someone or you evaluate a company, not only will you be able to evaluate the financials of the company and understand the company's health, but also evaluate if they're just full of shit, okay? So I hope this was a very good video, guys. It's something that we don't really do, talk about just in AI here. Let me just go ahead and look at the comments real quick here. Yeah, exactly, yeah. CLOV went back to 1. The trend is beautiful. You look at Palantir, that thing just literally exploded out of nowhere. But yeah, so I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And it really gives me a whole privilege and honor to be able to serve you guys and be able to have a real discussion of things that are shaping the way we live. This is not a what's a technology that's kind of like whatever. This is not just a chair that's just been built like any other chair or any other table or any other movie theater. Ladies and gentlemen, we are watching the iPhone moment right in our eyes, and we're watching the plugins as the apps within the iPhone. We are literally watching the creation of the internet. We are literally watching the creation of the computer and watching it be able to get to that cognitive ability to symbiotically together make us more productive. I'm using AI now in my life. I respond to emails with AI now. I have AI write my emails. I have my AI do things that normally take time. Everyone now that talks to me on email, 2, 3 years ago, they would say, Albert, you suck at email. Okay. Now they're like, Albert, your emails are amazing. This is the proficiency of AI. This is, and guess what? I'm able to do more. So in the future, comment down below if you want. I can share with you how I use AI in just my daily life and how has it changed my life so I can be more productive. So hopefully you can be more productive. So you'll have more time being able to read more financial books, more time being able to analyze SEC annual 10K reports, more time to be able to make more of an income and raise your income. So I hope if you guys are interested in that, let me know. But I'm going all in on AI, right? And if you haven't realized, people that are in their stock terminal have, you've already seen that start. You've already seen me integrate GPT-4, GPT-3, GPT 3.5, other LMN models. Bard now is in our stock terminal. There's Google, Palm is in our, there's like literally like 15, 20 different types of language models in our stock terminal, which I've seen all of you use on basically how to parcelate and analyze a company, understanding what are the financials, and literally having your own. It's like you have your own advisor, right? So that's what that's the goal here. There's multiple goals that we have, and I just wish that we can live up to 200, 300 years, because this whole 80 to 90, 100 is just bullshit, right? I wish I would have been able to do a lot more given if I had more time, but I have to be selective on what I dedicate my time to, right? So I love each and every one of you guys. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next one.